Hello and welcome to the classic Hollywood movie you should know. I'm Nate Washburn. This week the movie is from 1966, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, starring Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, George Segal, and Sandy Dennis, and directed by Mike Nichols. Now, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is based on the Edward Albee play, the plot of which is very easy to describe. Elizabeth Taylor plays Martha. Richard Burton plays George. They're an older married couple. They've just come from a party. Martha tells George that she invited this young couple, Nick and Honey, played by George Segal and Sandy Dennis, over for late night drinks. The night just devolves into secrets get revealed, fights happen, the drama. It's really, really intense, and the story happens through the next couple of hours until morning. That's it. It's a very sort of simple, straightforward plot, and yet it's so complicated and so gripping. Now, the play was originally produced in 1962, and Edward Albee won the Tony Award for Best Play. He won the New York Drama Critics Award for Best Play, and he was voted the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. However, the advisory board objected and overruled the decision because of the foul language in the play. There's a lot of cursing, there's a lot of four-letter words. So in 1963, there actually was no Pulitzer Prize for Drama. So Warner Brothers gets Taylor and Burton, they make the movie, and this is where the importance of this movie comes in. Warner Brothers did not water down the language. This movie really sort of ended the production code. So what happened, word got around that Warner Brothers is making this movie. The Catholic Legion of Motion Pictures, formerly the Legion of Decency, said they were going to label the movie as condemned. The Motion Picture Association of America said that the language would cause them to not give a seal of approval. Now, the movies back then would have to have a seal of approval from the MPAA. It just, you didn't put out a movie without the seal of approval. This is the code. As long as you follow the code, no sex, no nudity, no cursing, no blood. There's all these different rules and regulations of the code. Now, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf has all of these four-letter words. So Warner Brothers ended up compromising with Jack Valenti and the MPAA. They did not get a seal of approval, but they released the film with a little warning. It's sort of a precursor of, intended for mature audiences. Some people thought this movie would fail. It, of course, didn't. It was budgeted at $7 million. It grossed $28 million. This was a huge, huge hit. And what it made producers realize is that the production code wasn't that important. They actually could make movies set for, tailored for adult audiences, and they could make money. Then later in 1966, Michelangelo Antonioni's film Blow Up was released in our country without a seal of approval, and it was a smash hit as well, grossed a ton of money. These two movies, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Blow Up, really ended the production code. And then in 1968, what was introduced was the rating system which we use today. Now, this movie was nominated for 13 Oscars. It was nominated in every category that it was eligible. It only won 5, including Best Actress for Elizabeth Taylor and Best Supporting Actress for Sandy Dennis. And lastly, the title, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, is sort of a joke, and in the movie they sing it as the song. They sing, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf. It's actually supposed to be the Disney song, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. But the Disney song, they can never get the rights, it's too expensive, so they end up using Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush. So if you think about it, whenever you see this film and you hear, or the play, and they sing, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, that's Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush, not Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. So check out Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf from 1966. This movie really holds a seminal place in Hollywood history for the incredible performances and the fact that it was one of the two films that helped end the production code. So give it a watch. Highly recommend it. It's this week's classic Hollywood movie you should know. I'm Nate Washburn. Keep watching.